Mark Walters from Champaign, Illinois.
What was your reason for starting JumpStart?
Well, I weighed 290 pounds and I was 35 years old and I needed to lose weight.
How many pounds have you lost?
I originally was shooting for 50 pounds, but I've actually lost 61 pounds, so I'm very happy with how much I've lost.
What has changed most in your life since starting the JumpStart program?
I can move. My feet don't hurt in the morning when I get up. My back doesn't hurt. My kids don't. I don't have to tell my kids, "Oh, Daddy's tired. Daddy's back hurts. I can't play." Now I can play. I can get down on the ground with my 1-year-old and roll around with him, and it doesn't hurt anymore. And life just seems a lot better that way, I guess would be a way to put it.
How have people around you reacted to your weight loss?
Fantastic. I teach at the local university here, and my students are like, "I can't believe you look different every week." My family's been very supportive. My aunt, I'm going to go see her, and she calls up, and she's like, "Well, I want to make sure I'm cooking something that's okay for you." I'm like, "You can eat normal food. It's okay. I'll be fine." But everyone's been really supportive, and once people know you're on the diet and you're really getting really good results, people are very supportive. They don't try to tempt you and stuff like that, so it's been really fantastic.
What have you learned from the diet that you can use in other parts of your life?
The self-control that comes with it. You do make the choices of not eating and to eat certain things, and you take that control in any other part of your life. You can focus on your job better. Look, I need to do this project. Let's focus on it. Just like in your diet, I can focus on doing this part and doing these things, and you kind of get a lot more, self-control maybe would be a way to do it, or self-motivation, because you see the results that you get in the diet, and so it's like, hey, you know what? If I put that in other parts of my life, I can be a success in other places too.
Have you ever done another diet program?
Yes, I have done pretty much every single fad diet you've ever heard of.
How is JumpStart different?
JumpStart is different in that I actually could stick past the 10-day mark. Like in most fad diets, you pretty much give up after 10 days because it's not something you can sustain. And JumpStart, you can sustain. I was amazed how literally in 3 months of being on this, I've only been hungry twice. Like literally twice. The third day, and then there was like a random day in the second month I was actually hungry. I was never ever hungry at anything. And every other diet, you're starving all the time, you're unhappy. In this diet, you're not unhappy. You feel good about yourself, you feel good about the diet, which makes it completely different than all these other crazy diets that are out there.
Did you find that you could still go out and be social while on the JumpStart program?
Yes, you can still go out and be social on the program. You do have to make some choices, and planning really helps. When you're going out, know where you're going to go. Choose restaurants that will give you good options. And nowadays, most restaurants do have stuff. Even fast food places have relatively healthier options, and you've got to take those options. You don't get the burger and fries. You get the salmon, on a cedar plank kind of thing. And you focus on that. You ask for the sauces on the side. You do these little things so you don't feel like an outcast. Because a lot of times when you do a diet, you feel like you're dieting alone. And with this, you get to eat real food, and you need to take that opportunity and not, fall off the boat with going for burgers and fries. So stick with the smart choices.
What is the one thing you would like others to know about the JumpStart program?
It works. It really, really works, but you got to stick with it. People will say, "Oh, well, it didn't work for me because I would, have my bread every day or whatever." Guys, this program works. Okay, you stick with it. Things happen. I was amazed. 3 months, I lost 61 pounds. I wasn't exercising. I wasn't doing anything extra. I just followed the diet exactly like you were supposed to, and literally the pounds melted away. And it's funny because if you talk to people, they say, "Oh, it melted away." It really does. You go in, and 1 week your belt is the first loop, and then next thing you know, 4 weeks later you're on the 5th belt loop. And you're like, "I need a new belt," and it works. And I think sometimes people they kind of they cheat on the diet to kind of sabotage the diet. And I got to say, do not cheat on it. Stick with it. You'll be amazed how fast.
What is the hardest part of the JumpStart program?
I would say the hardest part of the program is that first week, sticking with it. The first time you're tempted to cheat, the first time a friend offers you a piece of pizza or a candy or something like that. Because what happens, if you can say no that first time, you give yourself that confidence to keep saying no. When I started on a Thursday, and on Saturday there was a football game, and I went for going to the game beforehand, and everyone's having a barbecue with burgers and beer and all these things, and everyone's like, "Oh, you want a burger? You want some hot wings, stuff like that?" And that day I said, "No, I'm going to say no." And I said no, and it really gave me the confidence to say no to everything for the next 3 months. And that's the thing but you got to get past that first one, because if you collapse on that first one, you're always going to give yourself an excuse to cheat again and again. So don't cheat the first time. If you can get past the first day, the first week, the first time someone asks you, it'll make all the difference. Do the diet. Stick with it. Don't cheat. It makes a difference. My son, who's 6, says, "Daddy, you're not fat anymore." Okay? Imagine your family telling you that. Help it stick with it. It helps you stick with it. Just do it. Don't cheat. Don't say, "Oh, just this one time." Just do it. Call up, sign up, do whatever. I'll be honest with you. Fad diets don't work. This works.